Hello, everyone. I am Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Last episode, we went over to the White Forge, looked around a bit, found what was going on in there, and cleared out a tower of new creatures that were hostile, and made the cannons more able to be used. Was going back to talk to someone to complete a quest, but it seems like this person was actually saying something and looking for someone. Who are you? This woman looks at you like she's used to hearing bad news. She shakes her head and holds up her hands before you can even begin. Look, you can tell Hammond that I ain't seen Milla all day, and besides, he ought to keep a better eye on his shop if he don't want little uns poking around. She folds her arms and plants her feet wide. What's this about? She blinks and is suddenly embarrassed. Oh, you're the one who opened up the battery, aren't you? It's really nothing someone like you needs to be concerned with. She hesitates before deciding to continue. Actually, it's my girl, Milla. Been getting herself into all sorts of trouble poking around that Hammond's emporium. She rolls her eyes but bites her lower lip nervously a moment later. But you ain't hear about her, huh? What's Hammond's emporium? New shop, built it where Katie's home used to be, near the Western Palisade. Hammond's one of them that came up from the Deerwood. Sells good steel, but just about holds his nose every time he crosses paths with one of us. You don't know where your own child is. She backs away like she's been slapped. I didn't say that! Unable to look you in the eyes, her gaze darts to the ground, her cheeks flushed with embarrassment. But it's hard keeping track for her with all the commotion around here lately. Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure she'll turn up. Do you need any help finding her? She's been out for quite a while now. That's nothing new. Still, I can't help but worry that she's gone and gotten herself into some trouble. If you could keep an eye or two open for her while you're in town, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll make sure she's not in any trouble. Oh, thank you. Everyone is so busy these days with the mines and the forge opening back up again. It's kind of you to help. I have a few questions. I found this drawing. Do you recognize this place? Mountains and a cave. A lot of those in these parts. Those lines could be standing stones like the ones at Whitestone Hollow. Huh. I don't know why she would go off there. Is there someplace Milla likes to run off to? She often takes off to Hammond's Emporium. Has a problem with looking at things instead of touching them. Hammond's been on my back the past few days to keep her away. Might her father know where she's gone? Please don't worry about him. He's in enough trouble at his job already. Truly, all of us appreciate what you did opening the battery back up. Folks like my Lodgar are making good money patching up all the damage out front. Please don't set his mind spinning about where Milla is. He's Milla's father. If she's in trouble, it isn't right to hide it from him. And I'm her mother. I know you're trying to help, but I really think it's best to not distract Lodgar while he's working. Okay. Well, we do have one clue, which is... Oh, damn it, what was it? Somewhere in Whitestone Hollow. Have we been... No, we haven't been there. That's the area we're going to be going. I'm going to go into the merchant here, see if he has anything to say. He probably doesn't, but it's worth it to ask. Could be he sent her away or sent her out or something. I don't know. There's a little girl, Milla, that comes around here. I heard she's been causing trouble for you. She's out of control. Though I suppose one can hardly blame her, what with the way her own mother's always screaming at her. He leans across the counter and speaks to you in a conspiratorial whisper. I mean, where do you think the little rascal learns that kind of behavior, Only person I've ever seen her give her a proper talking to is that wild woman who loiters by the hut just south of here. Asha, that's her name. I don't know what it was about, but the girl's eyes were this big. Curves his hands into circles as large as goose eggs. But I suppose someone's got to do it. I told the girl's mother I'd be speaking with Mayor Tarfus if I caught her picking around my shop again, so I guess it worked. Okay, so the woman who hands out the bounties, she might know something. Let's see if she has anything to say. Let's see. I heard you scolded Royce's girl. Asha cocks her head, thinking for a moment. Then she begins laughing. You know what that girl did? Snatched a whole chicken from the Grev's rest. Raw. I told her I'd better not catch her thieving again, but I was trying my damnedest not to laugh. Funny kid. Oh, but it's gotta be rough on her, you know? Her old man's working at the battery, and he's one absence away from getting fired. Again. Blaze is the only reason Lodgar still has a job is because Wengra's a softy beneath all that soot. But Milla, she showed up at the battery the other day and nearly got him sacked. Since then, I've seen her keeping to herself. Spends a lot of time at the temple, come to think of it. Things may have quieted down with the ogres lately, but there's been no shortage of new trouble. Or work for those interested. Just saying. Do you recognize this place on the drawing? Mountains in a cave? Lots of those in these parts. There's lines there could be standing stones, like the ones at Whitestone Hollow. No offense, but you got some work to do on perspective. I didn't draw it! So Whitestone Hollow is our best clue. Okay. That said, we gotta head over to here and report in to the person about that whole thing that was going on with the representative from Defiance Bay. Tarfos. Loniara! Nesta presented me with the terms of the trade agreement. I guess we're keeping the fishery open after all. Funny, Nesta had mentioned something earlier about the investors wanting to shut it down. Can't say I disagree with them either. Looks like she didn't have much else to say about the mines beyond what we'd already discussed. That's good. As much as I hate the idea of Defiance-based smiths butting into forge operations, we could benefit from their expertise. Everyone will be happy just as long as they stay in their place. All things considered, the trade agreement is better than anything I could have negotiated. I'll sign this and have it sent off to Defiance Bay first thing. Oh, Nesta left this for you. She said it had helped her in her previous line of work. He hands you a bundle of cloth. Thanks again, Laniara. Tax Collector's Mantle. +2 stealth grants escape and smoke cloud. That is funny. A cloak for tax collectors that basically means you can get away easier. I like that. That's amusing. Okay. I do think we should actually tell the father, so let's take a quick trip up to Durgan's battery to inform the father of what's going on. And then we'll head to the area to the east. Start looking around, seeing what we can find. Fortunately, it's an easy run to get there. This takes a bit. I do wonder how long it's going to take in order to upgrade the shield we have. Which is a pretty nice shield. I will say that much at least. Let's see, he's probably over here. Lodgar, yes. Aren't you Miller's father? He beams. Sure am. What's my little troublemaker gotten into this time? Do you know where this is? That's... He's initially confused, but grins at the mess of lines. Whitestone Hollow? I think these are supposed to be the standing stones. Look at that. My kid's an artist. He smiles at the drawing. Thanks for bringing this. I'll tack it up next to my cot. He takes the picture and carefully tucks it away. She's missing. What? Where is she? What's happened? He grips both of your shoulders. I think she's gone to Whitestone Hollow. I've got to go after her. He staggers past you. No, stay here. I'll find her. His eyes are wild. I need to be out there looking. Calm down. You'll lose your job if you run off now. Fuck the job! I've got to go find my daughter! Before you can say anything else, he limps away, ignoring the questions and shouts of the other workers. He doesn't even stop to grab food or supplies. Hold on. Yeah, that wasn't the right thing to do there. He can't go running off because he'd probably end up in a lot of trouble. Stay here, I'll find her. You're in no shape for that. Leave it to me. He looks at his weak leg and bandaged hand and sighs. Just hurry, please. Don't worry, I promise I'll find her. In fact, we'll go out there right now, and see what we can do. Just gotta run over to the area so that we can leave and get out there. I don't know how large Whitestone Hollow is, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, let me slow down. Let's head there immediately. Alright. Oh, Secrets of the Takan. Zahua did ask that we go here. Okay, that's something. Won't be able to do that for a while. Heavy of the Fallen Moon. That's something we need to work on. The rest of these are personal quests. Yeah, we've got a few things in this area. Searing Falls we haven't been to. Whitestone Hollow we need to deal with. Can't do that one. Those are other things. Okay. Oh. There's something there.
There is a spirit lion there, just ahead. Can you see it, Watcher?
Zahua's wide-pupiled eyes track the movement of some unseen animal.
The lion was the symbol of my master, Ishipilo. This is a sign. Has he come here at last to teach me what he would not in life? To be the Anitle?
I thought the Quetzalcoatl had defeated you. Isn't this too late?
I swore to return to liberate my people when I had learned to become the Anitle. This lion, this is what I have been waiting for.
What do you propose we do?
I have some herbs prepared, malcachoa, plus some things I've been saving. We should eat them so we can meet with the lion in its world. It would be my honor if you would come with me on this journey. A watcher may see things that I cannot.
Very well. Zahua looks at the rest of the party.
That goes for everyone. I would welcome the presence of friends.
He pours a scattering of leaves and mushrooms into a cupped hand and holds them out for the others to inspect.
Maybe I could just inhale a few of the spores.
Don't tell my kids.
There are simpler ways to understand the world, monk. A single stroke of my staff would do, but very well.
No better friend than one sharing good drugs.
I mean, I guess a better friend would be one who helps you hide a body.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's begin. Zahua distributes his mix of herbs, keeping a generous amount for himself. The plants give off a variety of strong, conflicting odors, some sweet, some acrid, and at least one that induces immediate sneezing. Their appearances are largely unfamiliar to you. You drop a handful into the mixture into your mouth and chew. The taste is dull and earthy at first, but within moments of chewing it becomes powerfully sour, then sweet like nectar, and then it begins to take on a new character that's unlike anything you've ever eaten before. Your vision swims, and you see the world in a different, more vibrant spectrum. Zahua takes one look at your expression and laughs.
You are ready.
Okay, then. Guess we're going on a drug trip. Oh, wow.
Do not let the lion escape us.
Okay, I'm following it.
Is that flower singing? No. Stay focused, Zahua.
Hello. A lone spirit hovers back and forth, agitated, muttering. I can learn from them, from their mistakes. Their failures have revealed the path to me, and I am very close. The spirit points to a scattered collection of maimed and contorted bodies distributed around a stone pedestal. Something odd registers in your mind about the corpses, and then the realization dawns. They all appear to belong to the same person.
I wouldn't be so sure.
What are you getting close to?
On that pedestal you see before you, I placed a gem for safekeeping. You have never seen such a perfect gem. I regretted leaving it behind almost immediately. It has been my every waking thought ever since.
Why do you want it?
It is all I have left of something that was important to me.
Very important, by the look of it.
I might be able to get it for you. The spirit seems to consider this. Wisps of essence dart in and out of its shape like bolts of electricity.
That would be most welcome.
Retrieve the spirit's gem. Something tells me I should be very careful to
What
avoid.
is this that so many have died to approach it?
Oh, wait, I see. I see. Oh, wait. Ow.
I don't feel so good.
But I do see... Yep, there it is. There's traps here going on. Ow. Ow. I mean, I see how this is working.
Poison. My veins blacken.
Ow, 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 ow. Well, we've got the gem. I should not be sending all of us in like this.
Blacken.
That could have gone so much better. Oh, Maneja leveled up. We'll deal with you later.
Were you able to retrieve the gem?
Yes, I have it here. The spirit pulses excitedly with light and warmth.
This is a great relief. Give it here.
The spirit extends claw-like translucent hands toward you, cupped together, and when you let the gem drop, it passes through the spirit's hands and lands on the ground.
Clumsy. No need to worry, I've got it now.
The spirit crouches to pick up the gem. It scoops at the gem, but cannot make contact with it. It does so over and over.
This is a snare my master never told me of. How great, how subtle the hold of the past upon us.
Let's keep moving. Zahua nods. An old shaman hunches over a translucent table. Paint is streaked on either side of her eyes like flames. She casts an assortment of strange objects onto the table. A finger bone, a stelgar tooth, a turtle shell, a few stones painted with symbols. She studies them over and over with disbelieving eyes. At last she looks up.
There is no mistake. The portents do not lie. Zahua, you will be our chieftain. You will succeed Ishapilo and lead us to victory over the Ketchmata. I will tell Ishapilo that he must accept you. The path must be cleared for your reign.
And suddenly, hostile creatures. Almost. There we go. Still breathing heavily, Zahua appears deep in thought. He notices your glance.
The shaman's vision always stayed with me. After my master had passed, even after the Takan were conquered, I thought of what the shaman had said and held on to hope. But I wonder if it did not also make me proud and foolhardy. If I ignored my own defeat because I did not believe it possible.
The Takan aren't defeated yet. You're still here.
Zahua has done his people no favors as chieftain, and the Ketchmata would mock your words. But what you say is true, nevertheless.
So, where has the lion run off to? The grass ripples and heaves like the flank of a breathing animal. Okay, that's another area. We'll come back to that, I imagine. Whitestone Lake. Or are we supposed to go up this way? I didn't see the lion. I don't know where it is. Considering this area is lit up... Ah, there it is. There's
Did you
the
see
lion.
where it went?
Small fish dart between the stones, little flickers of color, there and gone again. This man's face is weather-beaten, and his eyes are sunken deep into his skull. His body is scarcely more than a string of bones. He speaks with great effort, his voice dry and grainy.
Will you help me? Water. From the waterfall, please.
Why from the waterfall? Why not the pond? The man shakes his head sadly.
It appears to be the same in every way, but alas, it only makes my thirst greater. Only water from the waterfall will do. I wish it were not so.
I can carry you over to the waterfall, then you can drink it from the source.
I have tried, but the water eludes me. I open my mouth, and it falls only on either side. I place cupped hands beneath and pull them out dry. Only the first time was I able to taste it. Never have I tasted anything so pure. Ever since, I have not been able to bring myself to leave. I wish only to taste it once more. That would be enough.
I'll see what can be done. He nods in thanks and offers you a water skin lying beside him.
You will need this to collect the water. I will be forever grateful.
Okay. I imagine the waterfall is over in this direction. Maybe. Yep, there's the waterfall, which is going upwards. Of course it is. Water flows from a pool at your feet upward onto the rocks above, as though time itself were flowing in reverse. Sounds more like a stream than a waterfall. Examine the water. The column of water is clear and pure. Its flow is steady, but not torrential. Other than the direction of its course, it seems ordinary. Gather some water. You place the skin in the water and invert it, filling it steadily. Almost immediately, the water around your hand begins to roil and hiss. You feel an excruciating burning pain as the water begins to eat away at the skin of your fingers. Focus your senses and seek out the edges of the illusion. Despite your pain, you cast your gaze anew upon the waterfall. There is no coiling steam of corrosion, nor do you smell burning flesh. The illusion is incomplete. Armed with your awareness, you focus on holding the water skin within the column of water. The illusion gradually fades away, as though it knows it has been thwarted. The pain dulls, then fades outright. The ghastly apparition of your mangled hand fades as well, replaced with a hale and healthy appendage. The water skin has been filled, and you may proceed. When you go to replace the stopper, something strikes your hand from below, having been carried upward by the waterfall current. It drops into the pool. You reach down where it fell and withdraw a handful of jewels, pure and blue as the waterfall itself. Okay. Let's bring this over to the guy.
Have you had any success?
We were able to capture some water, yes.
Wonderful! I've waited so long.
His fingers tremble with excitement as he closes his hand around the stopper and slowly twists it. The stopper comes free suddenly and flies from his hands, propelled by a violent burst of steam.
Oh no. Oh.
He upends the water skin, holding it above his lips, but not a single droplet falls. He shakes it, twists it, squeezes it, all to no avail. The water is gone.
Given his history, I am surprised he had not foreseen this possibility. He longs not for the water, but for the experience of first tasting it. He is bound for disappointment. His suffering is very pretty, yet it feels empty. What value does it have if he refuses to learn from it? Can he not see that he seeks something that can never be recovered?
Uh-huh. Ishapilo sits meditating. He opens his eyes and looks at Zahua.
Hello, pupil. You come to me with a question, do you not?
He coughs, dry as desert sand. Zahua stares at him, his mouth quivering faintly.
Yes, Ishapilo. I have sought your wisdom across many lands, over many years. Are you here to grant it to me?
Yes, pupil. I am here for you.
Zahua nods and draws a deep breath.
Our people are captives of the Quetzalcoatl. I need to know the secrets of the Anitle.
Of course. The answer has been with you the whole time, people. You are blind not to have...
Ishapilo breaks down into a coughing fit. As he coughs harder, granules of dust fly from his mouth in plumes.
Master, please, I cannot hear you.
Zahua steadies him by the shoulders, but Ishapilo's cough only worsens. Dust pours from his lips by the mouthful.
Answer me!
Zahua's hands tighten around Ishapilo's frail body. He shakes Ishapilo, but the coughing continues. He shakes him again, and in Zahua's hands, Ishapilo turns to dust. It scatters instantly to the winds. Zahua looks at the dust on his hands, holding them cupped as if to preserve some vital piece of his master's wisdom. Despite his best efforts, the winds carry off the remains, leaving him with nothing. He frowns.
Even after his death, I have always felt that when the time was right, Ishapilo would find a way to teach me his secret. And yet here we are on his trail, and his knowledge is no less a mystery to me. Is this what I am meant to see? That his teachings will always be beyond me?
There is more to the Takan than Ishapilo's teachings.
You speak truly, but his knowledge is the difference between a free Takan and an enslaved Takan. Zahua cannot help but seek it.
So now where do we go? This way? Where are we supposed to go from here, I feel like I missed things. Do we head back up to here? No, perhaps it's back over this way then. Seems this episode is also going long. Had a few long episodes lately. The totem murmurs as you pass, too softly to understand. It would be so much easier if I had an indication of where I was supposed to go. Every log of this home is coated in fine hairs. Up here, maybe? You gaze at the stone surface and find yourself reflected there, your eyes bright as stars. There it is.
I see it.
An antelope stands gingerly on the muddy grass. Its fur is matted and stained dark around a deep, oozing gash on its left haunch.
Have you come here to eat me?
We are not here to eat you, but you are easy prey. Is there nowhere you can hide?
The beast of this place would catch my scent. I would not get far. But there may be a way I could be protected. A great tree grows to the north, whose sap has an odor that is repellent to predators. If you could draw this sap and rub it into my coat, I would be safe. I could heal and return to my herd.
Durance, can you heal this animal?
I could heal this beast, Watcher, but not in the way that the monk would want.
I would ask neither kind of healing, as neither has any lesson to offer. Keep to your own trial, Durance, and I will keep to mine.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of interfering. I await the sound of broken bonds or a broken back. There is a music to both if you listen for it.
Okay, fair enough that both of them respect each other, that they both have their own trials. Where is this tree?
To the north, beside a cave. You will not find a larger tree in the forest.
Farewell, then.
Gallowayne speed your steps.
A tree to the north. I think it's over here. Well, let's speed this up. This episode is going long again because we had that long intro beforehand. Got the tree sap. Let's head on back over, quick as we can. Also, nothing new to report. Noted. Oh dear.
We are too late. The wolves have come. It was a mistake to leave the animal here, unprotected.
We did what we thought would give it the greatest chance of survival.
That is difficult to accept. In my heart, it feels as though there was more we could have done. In the end, though, the wolves would have come. They can smell weakness from great distances. We may have been bound for failure from the start.
An unusually tall man with brown leathery skin and regal carriage bows to Zahua.
Chief Aurelia, why are you here?
I come on behalf of the Ketchmals to pay you tribute, great chieftain.
Tendons bulge at the sides of Zahua's neck and his fists are clenched. For the first time since you met him, he appears on the brink of losing control. He speaks through gritted teeth.
You have come to see if I am ready to protect my people.
The Ketchmatl chieftain smiles, baring glistening teeth.
Well, are you?
And then we fight these wolves. The chieftain. That wasn't too bad. Zahua contemplates the body of his enemy.
When the Ketchmatl chieftain saw me, he knew I was not prepared to resist him. If I had been more convincing, I have always believed they would not have attacked.
They'd have come for you sooner or later.
Zahua sees this now. This was the life of the Takan. We lived knowing that one day the wolves would come. And finally, the day came when we were wounded and could not escape them.
Zahua shakes his head and smiles bitterly.
I have been caught in a snare, worrying over things that could not be changed. These visions shame me with their truths. Ishapilo never warned me of this, but I should have seen it sooner. I have become a slave to knowledge I will never learn. I have denied all my failures, yet I feel no different, no freer than I was. There is something I am missing, even now.
And it seems it will be in the center.
This may be our answer. Let us see what has been uncovered.
As you wish. Again, sorry this episode is going to go long. But we must find the end for this.
You must come with me at once.
Zahua, you should not be here. If you are caught, they will execute you, and they will not fail twice.
I do not care about my life, Namaltia. I come to liberate the Takan. We will unite and revolt.
And who will you unite? Our men are dead or broken. Their labors were too cruel. Our women are mothers to Ketchmatl children now. The Takan live only in your mind.
Zahua stands in silence, staring where the apparitions had been. Did that really happen?
Some years ago, Zahua considered that he might never learn Ishipilo's secret, but he had vowed to return to his people. And so he did. He journeyed to Quetzalcoatl, and while their warriors were off raiding, he spoke to the surviving Takan he found there.
Who was that woman?
She was a Nalpazca warrior, eldest daughter of the shaman. She would have been, the wife of the Takan chieftain, if the Takan had not fallen.
What was that about?
An argument Zahua had with someone once. Nothing came of it.
You never told me. For once, Zahua seems unable to meet your gaze.
Zahua has never spoken of it to anyone.
His face is tense, his skin lacking its usual smoothness. He looks old.
He waited too long in returning. If there was a time to liberate his people, it passed long ago, while he searched for the secret of the Anitle.
Why did you continue to search if you knew you'd failed? Zahua is quiet a moment.
Ishipilo's knowledge was the one last thing of Takan that might have been recovered. But I see now that I was caught in a snare. The gem, the antelope, the waterfall. Their lessons were not about Ishipilo's secrets. They were about my vow to return to the Takan.
He is quiet again. His eyes search the ground, then seem to fix on something. You look down, but see only a small worm burrowing into the earth near its feet. He stares in that direction for a time. Then slowly he looks up at you.
The time of my people has ended. There is nothing more I can do for them.
The words seem to surprise them. The culture of the Takan and their Nalpazca warriors still exists within you. You can still carry it forward.
Their time on Aora was too brief. There is much the rest of the world might have learned from them. Much that I might yet share.
Zahua looks around and smiles flatly.
The dream fades around us. I believe it is time to return.
The brilliant colors around you seem to dull. Shifting objects settle into their true forms. Zahua appears as the same as he always has. The same shredded skin, the same fluid posture. Only the look in his eyes has changed. And so that ends. Zahua was granted Anitle. Let me see here. Anitle. 10% attack speed. So I guess now he is the Anitle. And with that, I have to end this episode here. So again, sorry it went long. There's been a lot of long episodes lately. But that'll have to be the end. Next episode, we'll get back to looking through this place and see what else we can find around here. There's caves, there's camps, there's a house. We'll see what we can find. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Falai. That is Laniara, Maneha, Zahua, Durance, Aloth, and Sagani. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time.